cars are divided into two basic categories: extreme comfort or extreme performance. Most Ferraris fall largely into the performance category. They remain luxurious cars, but it's easy to see that the main soul and focus of Ferrari is their engine and the power they produce. The 575 SuperAmerica breaks that norm and manages to combine luxury and comfort with power and performance seamlessly into one car. Most Ferraris are already a pretty good combination of luxurious and powerful, but the 575 takes it to new levels. In this car, it's a true grand touring car, so you're not cramped into a little tiny sports car when you're sitting in it. You really feel comfortable. Plus, it has that extra luggage space so you can go on a road trip, and it does not lack power at all. I mean, this thing really just, it has all the performance you could want. And so that combination is really hard to find. But this car, when it was first released, the 575 SuperAmerica was the world's fastest convertible. And having that perfect combination of extreme performance and extreme luxury is hard to find, but the 575 America does it perfectly. The star of the show with this car is definitely the roof. And this whole roof is one big piece of glass that completely tilts on its axis and flips down right here. And it's such an ingenious idea. I mean, it's a very simple convertible top. It's just one button, about 10 seconds, and the top flips back and comes down. So it's not a big 10-step process like on certain cars like 355 Spyders. But another great part is even though the top fits right here when it's open, it doesn't compromise the trunk space at all. So you can still access the boot, get to your luggage, put stuff in and out, and have the top up or down. Either way, you can still get in the trunk, which is great. Now, one thing I do recommend is if you are driving around with the top down and say it just randomly starts drizzling, that's great. The top goes up in about 10 seconds. But if it might start raining and say you go into a restaurant and then you realize, oh no, it started raining and you have to run out and put the top up, the actual roof will fill with water right here. And so when you put it up, it'll just slosh all that water right inside. So be conscious of if it's gonna rain or not, and just, you know, act appropriately with whether the top stays up or down. But in most circumstances, if it's just kind of a random shower while you're driving, then it's up in 10 seconds and you don't have to worry about getting wet. Ferrari only made 559 of the 575 SuperAmerica. And the story goes that they decide to use that kind of odd number. They didn't use 600 or 550 or something like that because Ferrari always makes one less than they can sell. And I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that is the reason that they chose 559, but I kind of like the story, so I'm fine with it, and I'm just gonna go with that's the reason. They only made 559 of them. And then also the name itself, SuperAmerica. So that's something that Ferrari has used for a long time. They started in the 50s and 60s, and they would name some of their cars America or SuperAmerica. And those cars are always meant for the American market, but they're always the grand touring, kind of long distance, a little bit more power cars. And America has very long roads. I mean, you think of road tripping across America, that's kind of a very traditional thing. So that's where Ferrari came up with the America and SuperAmerica moniker for some of their cars. So not only do they have a little more trunk space, more luggage room, better for grand touring for long distance, but they also bump up the horsepower a bit. And that goes for the cars of the 50s and 60s and with this one as well. So the 575 SuperAmerica has about 25 horsepower more than your traditional 575 coupe. Ferrari likes to definitely keep it a bit mysterious with their naming system. So for the 575, I actually had to stop and think about it for a second because With the 550, it's 5.5 liters. With the 575, it's 5.7 liters. But what's the extra 5 for? And certain cars, so if you think of a 308, it's 3.0 liters, 8 cylinders. 575, not so much. And it also doesn't stand for valves, because some cars, if it's 4 valve, you'll have the 4 at the end. But with this one, not quite the same. So I had to really think about it, and I realized it's not by liters, it's not the 5.7 liters, it actually is going by cc's. So this car is 5,750 cc displacement. So the 575 comes from 5,750 cc's displacement in the engine. A lot of car people can be divided into 2 basic categories. Are you into the more sporty cars or the more grand touring cars? And me personally, while I love small little sports cars, I've always had a fondness towards the grand touring cars. And something like this 575 SuperAmerica really just encompasses the meaning of a true grand touring car. It's fast, it's comfortable, and it's basically everything you could want in a grand touring Ferrari. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and learned a little something new about the 575 SuperAmerica. If you like this, then please subscribe and stay tuned, because we got a lot more content coming very soon.